Here on Mattazone HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association, I'm joined by women's head soccer coach Dave Lombardo. Coach, you're in. You've got a bye. You now got 2 weeks to look ahead and get ready for the CAA Tournament. Let's first look back, though, at William & Mary and the 25th anniversary game, as well as the Elon game.
Yeah, like I said, after the game, it was a great college match. It was end-to-end. Teams had chances at both ends, played solid defense. I thought we got the game of the season out of Sam Lofton. We moved her out wide to her customary left back position. She kind of helped us this year. We had some vacancies in the center back role, and we kind of pulled her out of that, and we've pushed her into the left back role where she's much more comfortable. And she had a huge impact on the game, both offensively and defensively. Allison Bortel probably had the game of her short career. She's a redshirt freshman, and just won everything in the air. So, it was an own goal. You would have liked to have more of an insurance stamp on that and get something through the run of play, a little bit more off a set piece. But I think it was a fair result. We dominated play, particularly the second half, and really made it difficult for them to play. So that was a great win. We had a record-breaking crowd at University Park of over 1,000 people for that. And
great atmosphere.
Yeah, it was great atmosphere. Kudos to our marketing staff. They did a great job in making sure people were in there. And then, Sunday was senior day. Friday night game took a lot more out of us than you imagine. Turning around in 30 hours and having a second game is tough. It was senior day for us, so we had a chance to recognize 7 seniors ending their regular season career with us. I think there's some emotions sometimes that get in the way with all of that, but like I said yesterday to you, credit Elon. They had nothing to play for other than pride and just trying to be a spoiler, and they almost pulled it off. They were very disruptive, hard to beat to the ball. I mean, they beat us to most of the 50-50 balls. Kept the ball flowing up in the air a lot more than we would normally like it to be, and eventually we put some sustained pressure on them in the second half, and it resulted. We had 2 penalty kick possibilities that they followed both times. It was Allie Bunner. First one, she probably legitimately took a little bit of a dive and was trying to augment that a little bit. But second one, she got crushed, and it was a deserved penalty kick. You hate to see, especially if you're the losing team, you hate to see an overtime game decided on that. But, it was a foul. It was a fair result, and we were the better of the 2 teams in the second half. And so now we got a bye, and we're where we want to be.
You've got basically a week and a half before you play your next game, before you really have to get geared up to play a game. What's going to be the focus, not knowing who your opponent's going to be until Sunday afternoon? What's going to be the focus, at least this week, heading into next week?
Well, the focus this week is on us. It's to get ourselves rested, get a lot of kids off their feet that have been logging a lot of minutes, and then it's going to be just kind of meetings and videos and shorter, intense training sessions, but not trying to put a lot of miles on this week. So we'll kind of manage ourselves until we find the results of who our opponent will be, which we'll find out on Sunday. And then we start the next week off like our normal week. We'll have Monday will be our day off probably, and then we just get ourselves ready to get on the road and play either Hofstra or Towson.
Looking at those 2 teams, obviously you played them very early in the CAA schedule. Obviously they've changed a lot. But you beat both of those teams pretty convincingly. 4-2 against Towson, nice goal total. 3-1 against Hofstra. Hofstra's got a lot of firepower.
Yep.
These 2 teams, regardless of who comes out of this game, what's going to be the biggest challenge for you guys, other than it being tournament time and
sure.
anything?
Well, and once you get to tournament time, and soccer is probably one of the few games that the better team doesn't always win. A team can game plan you, and they could make a very solid defense stand up to get their one or two chances for the entire game, bury it, and then you lose 1-0 and you outshoot them 20-2. So there's a lot of crazy things can happen. I've always maintained this, particularly the last 5 or 6 years. The top 4, 5, or 6 teams in our league are very capable of winning the championship. If you look back over the last 10 years, I think there's only been one repeat champion. So we're hoping that we can go out there and play the kind of game that we're capable of playing. And this is, again, more about us than about them. We're not going to change really what we do. Both teams represent different challenges, and we'll have to figure out later on, how we prepare for that.
It's tournament time, best time of the year. JMU awaits to find out who they will play. Towson against Hofstra take on each other this coming Sunday, with the winner getting JMU next Friday afternoon up in Boston. Coach, thanks so much, and we'll get ready to watch that game.
All right, thanks, Andrew.